This is Stephanie Rule. Small business owners still trying to apply for forgivable loans are being turned away because the government's Paycheck Protection Program is out of money. After a chaotic start, more than 14 years' worth of loans were processed in less than 14 days. But it wasn't enough. Before the economy was in free fall, these small business owners were already worried.
It's hard stuff.
It's painful for me to think about these families that I'm responsible for.
We're down about 80%.
My fear is that these doors won't open and the people won't come through.
That's exactly what happened when stay-at-home orders went into effect. Now, with the $350 billion exhausted, the push to add another $250 billion is stalled in Congress. Democrats insisting on new wording after criticism those who needed the loans most were not prioritized. Still, to meet the full demand, experts say the price tag will be significantly higher. Danny Koch owns the Town Shop in New York. He has 28 employees.
It's devastating. I was acting on good faith and paying my employees.
He says he had no idea the application window would close so quickly.
The one little piece of the puzzle that was possibly going to keep everyone going and keep everyone afloat is now gone.
Danny Moe owns a barber shop in Harlem. His application has not been approved.
If I don't get the loan, I can probably last till May. I really don't even want to think about that.
Alex Perry, who owns a commercial sign company in Chicago, just got word he was one of the nearly 1.7 million loans approved.
It was day to day, almost hour to hour that I was worrying about the business. And now, just almost like, snap of a finger, I feel much more confident.
Deborah Miller's loan was also just approved, but she's using donations and personal savings to pay 10 of the employees at her catering company to make free meals for hospital workers and first responders.
It's a win-win. We're giving work to our employees as well as feeding those frontline people.
If you have applied for a Paycheck Protection loan and haven't been approved, contact your lender and make sure all your paperwork is in order. That way, if the funds get replenished, and there's a good chance they will be, you'll be ready.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.